I'm just gonna be honest with you for a minute. I've done a lot of videos, a lot of facts, and most of them have been very pleasant until today. Today I'm going to be contributing to the weird part of YouTube. You've been warned. Here are 10 disturbing facts you didn't want to know. Seriously, turn back now. Number 10 is what happens after decapitation. Starting off positive. In the incredibly unlikely event that your head is cleanly removed from your neck without trauma to your brain, it is possible that you'll experience what is likely to be the most surreal and terrifying moments of your life. At least for a few seconds. You won't be able to speak, breathe, move, or feel any part of your body, but studies done in the 18 and 1700s and on animals in modern science revealed that after heads are removed, the subjects still possessed the ability to move their eyes and focus on things in their line of sight for anywhere from 4 to 29 seconds. French executioners would ask those being decapitated to blink for as long as they could after their heads hit the straw basket. Yes. Now, while many remain motionless, some actually did blink a bunch, which is absolutely nightmare fuel, and I want to move on to number 9. Number 9 is why crayons smell the way they do. A study conducted by Professor William Kane at Yale University in 1982 revealed that Crayola crayons ranked among the 20 most easily identifiable scents. Farts are definitely in there. Everyone can recognize a fart. Some people wonder why their vehicles smell like these coloring instruments, which they're obviously recognizing, but the answer could lie with what's within them. To give their products that identifiable waxy crayon scent, Crayola actually adds a derivative of beef fat. That's right, just like your leather seats, cow is in your crayons. Are your crayons vegan? Because if not, it's murder. The chemical is called stearic acid, and it's taken from the fat, which in the scientific community is called beef tallow. Additionally, the stearic acid helps to provide that smooth consistency that feels like real wax, meaning you're both smelling and feeling cow fat. Okay, if you're letting your kids play with Crayola crayons, they're basically instruments of death, so you should be ashamed of yourself. Number 8, our humans will go extinct. Beyond the known fact that you will inevitably die one day, it may alarm you to learn that, well, so will our species. Science in the fields of evolution and biology and research conducted at the Future of Humanity Institute have shown that human beings will not survive the next several million years. Regardless of whether Earth meets a global disaster or mankind manages to escape to the stars, life is constantly changing, adapting to whatever surroundings it meets. So while it's possible that you'll have a relative in the distant future, potentially living on another planet altogether, they won't be human. Well, at least not in the way that you think of humans now. If you went forward in time a few millennia, you'd either find an evolved species living here or no species at all. That's right, children, everyone's going to die one day. Sweet dreams! Number 7 is your cat will eat your face. While pet cats are the source of so much cuteness and funny moments, they are still animals and are ready to do what needs to be done when you're not around anymore. Yes, pet me, because I'm going to eat you one day. Pay attention, because if you live alone with your pet and you pass away through an accidental or natural cause, how long do you think it will be before you become your pet's dinner? Surprise, not long. According to a report released in 1992, if you have a dog, your corpse can go untouched for several days, mostly out of love for you and respect from the animal. But if you have a cat, well, things are different. It could be as soon as the next day, but when food doesn't appear in the dish, you're on the menu. Oh, and they won't mess around with your arms or feet. No. They will literally go right for your face. So yeah, you'd better keep your kitty happy and well fed, because Princess Whiskers McFancy-Bottom is totally fine with messing up your face post-mortem. Number 6 is if you smell it, it's inside you. Oh, how magical the nose is. Truly amazing, yet when you think about it, totally disgusting. Your sense of smell comes from molecules coming into contact with the receptors in your nose called cilia. Those molecules are from all the stuff you're smelling, whether it be fresh coffee, burning tar, or fecal matter. Yes, that's right. If you're smelling poo-poos, then some of those droppings may have made their way into your face. But try not to panic too much because those particles are normally volatile, evaporating easily after coming into contact with your body. Besides, it's not like you can avoid them entering your nose anyway. And here's another fun fact for you. On average, you breathe in around 1 liter of intestinal gases every single day of your life, either from yourself or people around you. Number 5 is you're shedding like crazy. Your skin is quite literally a lifesaver, protecting you from bacteria and disease, hot and cold temperatures, debris, and other environmental agents. It's pretty tough when you think about it, constantly regenerating to keep up with the never-ending barrage that it takes. But once the outer layer of the epidermis, that is the skin that's visible on us, is worn and dead, it simply falls off, and not in small amounts. That's right, you're basically a snake. Don't believe me? Well, if you want to see evidence of this yourself, check out your TVs or the light coming through the windows on a nice day. That dust that's floating around, that's your skin. It's been estimated that we possess around 1.6 trillion skin cells, but we shed between 30,000 and 40,000 of them every hour, depending on size and activity. That means we lose nearly 1 million cells per day and around 18 kilograms of skin in our lifetimes. Moving on. Number 4 is your office mug has poop in it. If you work in a place that uses ceramic mugs in the break room or on the coffee cart, then you might want to start using sterilized paper cups. Research conducted in 1997 by Dr. Charles Gerba, professor of environmental microbiology at the University of Arizona, revealed that nearly 90% of the mugs found in shared office kitchens and break rooms were coated in bacteria. Yeah, that's despite being cleaned, and 20% of them were covered in bacteria from fecal matter. That's poopy. The reason for this is likely because of the way the mugs are cleaned. Sponges and clothes in such rooms are rarely changed and collect a lot of germs in their long lifespan. In some cases, cleaning the coffee stains off a cup adds more germs than it removes. That's right, that brown mud you've been drinking every morning? It's a different kind of brown mud. Number 3 is Inuit mothers desnot their offspring. Think about it, getting a cold in this day and age can still shut people down for several days. But imagine back in ancient times when there was no antibiotics or Kleenex to blow your nose in. It must have been barbaric, particularly for infants and younger children in colder climates who couldn't get the snot out of their noses.
Mom, I have a plugged nose. It's a snotsicle.
Well, when it came to the Inuit tribes in northern Canada and Alaska, they stepped up for their kids and quite literally sucked the mucus right out of their little noses. Yep. Inuit mothers would use their mouths and slurp out the congestion so their babies wouldn't suffocate while laying down. Today, many mothers and fathers still resort to that gross, yet potentially life-saving action to clean out their infants' clogged noses. Who knows, maybe you had it done for you. Thanks, Mom. Number 2 is your baby hair and first poop. When you were gestating in your mother's womb, around the 5th month of pregnancy, you developed a soft, downy hair all over your body. Called lanugo, this fuzzy outer coating was there to help keep your tiny body warm in there, and likely fell off a few months later, either before or shortly after you were delivered. But in case you thought this was going to be cute, you covered up like a peach, I should tell you that those tiny hairs that fell off, while you were inside your mama, yeah, you totally ate a bunch of those. Babies consume the lanugo that sheds off their own bodies, and it collects inside them, forming a substance called meconium, which is the majority of what your first poop as a newborn was. Yep, you were a hair-eating baby. Hair-eating baby. You're a little freak show, aren't you? Ate some hair. Disgusting. And number 1 is bacteria is everywhere. Germaphobes, prepare to have a freak out! Even if you do your best to keep a clean home, bacteria clings to pretty much everything, especially the cleaning items like sponges and cloths, which could be doing little more than spreading the gross around. When you think of the most disgusting room in your home, which one do you think of? The bathroom? Well, of course, that's where I poopy. Well, if so, you're like many others. But the fact is, it isn't. There's more bacteria on your cell phone and your shoes than in your toilet, and also all over your floors throughout your entire home. Oh, you didn't know that about your smartphone? Let me tell you about it. Your smartphone likely has 10 times the number of germs that your toilet seat has. And if that wasn't enough, your kitchen cutting board has a staggering 200 times the bacteria your ceramic throne does. Yep, your house is disgusting. Now you know. So that was 10 disturbing facts you didn't want to know, but now you do, you're welcome. But if you enjoyed this, remember to give it a thumbs up, guys. It really helps me. Also, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking the little bell beside the subscribe button so that you don't miss a thing, because I release new videos all the time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.